So Bitcoin is seeing a dismissal, a push towards drawback, straightforwardly towards our vital liquidity level. Be that as it may, in this video we will discuss why we got a dismissal on the primary spot. Furthermore, additionally, I likewise need to impart to you my essential all count, when possibly the base for Bitcoin will be in, and we can expect a lot more exorbitant cost target in the impending days. Yet what, first of all, you will see yesterday we were saying that Bitcoin is pushing towards the potential gain straightforwardly towards a vital degree of opposition. Furthermore, as we were referencing likewise on Twitter here, from the month-to-month volume-weighted normal cost and the worth region high of the reach, Bitcoin has now dropped for over 2.5%. Up to this point, the new everyday level is holding, yet I might in any case want to witness a liquidity haul too in the forthcoming days. We should be patient, and how about we check whether we are in fact going to get it, and it truly seems to be dismissal towards disadvantage, hit the day-to-day degree of help impeccably. At $22,700 began exchanging for the following 2 or 3 hours of this area. However, at that point out of nowhere one more drop towards disadvantage on Bitcoin really happened. Presently, for what reason did we get a response and a dismissal at this particular region? As we were referencing likewise yesterday, stochastic C operating system was shaping a twofold top example, which is obviously a sound digit correspondence. Last time we got a twofold top example here from the area at $24,000. We unexpectedly got a huge drop towards now. Then, at that point, obviously, twofold top example sound correspondence push towards most certainly happened. Something else we really want to focus on was the volume that we got. Just a push towards the potential gain. Very low volume, just a push up frail, push towards the potential gain narrows edge bit correspondence. What's more, one might say that something else, another motivation behind why we got a push towards drawback, was a result of the semi-whole fill at roughly $23,500. So it truly seems to be a ton of signs, a ton of justifications for why we can anticipate a sucker disadvantage. And furthermore, obviously, we got straight uniqueness occurring on our CVD pointer, which I would agree that it was cherry on the top. It seems as though we began framing an exceptionally equivalent high on our CVD pointer here. Be that as it may, Bitcoin began shaping a lower high equivalent restricting string coming into the market, not ready to push the cost higher negative sign, dump it towards disadvantage. Presently actually I would say the liquidity under $22,300 region actually hasn't been taken. In any case, it seems to be that our most memorable regulation rate here was taken on the BB graph, obviously likewise on the Coinbase diagram. We had the option to take some liquidity beneath the low rate here and furthermore on the mid-AM outline. The most reduced taken some liquidity on Bitcoin has previously been taken, and shockingly, or perhaps not, individuals are getting totally obliterated at this particular region when Bitcoin is dropping towards now. So presently we should zoom shortly here where we will see precisely at the misfortune. We are seeing negative strain coming into the market. So what's the significance here? Negative strain coming into the market, not ready to push the cost more slow in light of the fact that we really got a response towards the potential gain, and that implies individuals are shutting their long positions here. Certain individuals are getting destroyed with the stop misfortunes, or perhaps certain individuals then again are likewise getting totally sold in light of the fact that on a push towards disadvantage, we really got roughly 13 million of long positions getting sold, yet right now it really seems to be in the event that we zoom shortly here to see precisely exact thing has been going on for the recent minutes here. Open revenue increment, purchasing pressure coming into the market, and it seems to be certain individuals currently right presently are yearning the piece involved precisely into the day-to-day high term time span level of obstruction. Presently later in the video, I will impart to you what will be bullish piece correspondence previously. As a matter of fact, like to fire fresh out of the plastic new, longer purchasing position. In any case, by the by, we should zoom out somewhat at this moment, perhaps on the everyday time span, and how about we discuss our backstreet. Presently, several days prior, we were at that point referencing that Bitcoin finished its most memorable indiscreet rear entryway here. We got a rectification towards some side. It seems to be acceptable at this point. We finished likewise our third one, and right now I would possibly Bitcoin previously completed the fourth one, or we are correct now actually moving in the fourth one. Expecting one more push towards the potential gain for our fifth and last rear entryway wave here. Presently, actually when we discuss our fourth backstreet wave, we need to witness the remedy 2 through a more drawn out time frame, versus what we got in our subsequent rear entryway wave. What's more, I figure you can likewise concur with me, Bitcoin has been exchanging at this particular region for quite a while. For that reason as I would see it, we are correct now actually moving in our fourth N wave, possibly reaching as far down as possible at this particular region. Also, obviously, possibly we could as of now expect a fifth and last N8 wave here. In any case, previously, at this moment, I truly do impart to you a bullish sign we might want to witness too in the forthcoming hours in the event that we might truly want to go higher. Thank you kindly. On the off chance that you're at the present time, really crush the like button on this particular video, so what might be a bullish sign for us to then. Alright. The fourth mid-12 was really wrapped up. How about we proceed with our way towards the inverse? Presently, what you will see right now, Bitcoin is exchanging beneath the everyday high from time span level of opposition. Keep in mind, beforehand this level was our degree of help. We got an exceptionally pleasant response here, however at the present time, since we broke it towards drawback, it will be. Our degree of opposition acknowledgement over the everyday level here will be bullish piece correspondence. In any case, we might likewise ideally want to see bullish market construction to be shaped, in some measure on a lower term time period. Presently, what you will see, for instance, on the 15-moment time span, on the piece Bitcoin cost, we got a sucker thumb site, which was the lower here, lower high, lower low. Presently, the market structure on the 15-moment time span for Bitcoin is as yet looking negative, and on the grounds that right now the market structure is looking negative, just what we ought to anticipate the present moment, possibly we will shape a lower high rate here, and obviously, possibly likewise one more lower low continuation of the pattern, just a lower TR time span. Nonetheless, in the event that we are perhaps going to see bullish uniqueness being shaped on our CVD marker, and that implies we will frame a higher low on Bitcoin, yet a lower low on our CVD pointer. In the event that the retention will be going on at this particular region, we could anticipate a higher low, and on this particular higher low, we could be searching for a potential long or a detour position with the space to breathe of our stop loss of some sort or another. Obviously, possibly IB Bitcoin is going to as a matter of fact. Take the liquidity at $22,300, perhaps in the forthcoming hours. However, let me compose or impart to you a very decent help level. We ought to focus on the 2-hour, and obviously likewise on the 4-hour time period. With the high Bitcoin put in yesterday, we can recognize a very pleasant diving channel. We will go from the high right, 2-hour past lower high and extending this one somewhat lower. It seems as though being delightful plunging channel is going. Presently, something else I want to make reference to. The call that we have been preparing in some sort of a standing channel, and what you can right presently see the lower part of a dropping channel precisely at $22,100 $22,200. The lower part of an end standing channel here, precisely at this particular region and around here. We likewise have our past. For liquidity purposes and hence, I would agree that like that this go right currently somewhat lower towards drawback in the forthcoming hours, and really this ocean opposition or truly dismissal at the day-to-day line rate here. I would agree on the off chance that there is going to be response at $22,102 here, we might actually be intrigued going with a long or limiting position. On the contain. Presently, something else we want to specify will be the fair worth hull on the everyday time period. Presently what we can right currently see with our fair worth hulls here. Typically we need to see the fair worth hull to be filled at any rate. Half and the half of the fair worth hull will be around $21,800. So I would agree that like that perhaps the levels or really our help level from our lower part of the plunging channel here and the lower part of our standing channel, which will be at $22,100, could see perhaps some sort of the wick towards outside field the half of our sim hole. Perhaps heat. Our brilliant fuel normal proportion, which is somewhat lower than our channels here at $21,802, and really at that time possibly proceed with our way towards the potential gain on the Bitcoin cost. In any case, nevertheless, on the off chance that Bitcoin will go lower here, see a response and afterward go higher, or perhaps assuming that we will proceed with our way towards the potential gain. Currently right now we ought to know about the degree of obstruction that was affirmed really several hours prior. Presently, what we will do, making it fresh out of the plastic new everyday high term time period, level of opposition, which will come up at roughly $23,245. Presently, for what reason is this level here? Such a significant cost target, such a significant degree of opposition, we ought to focus on them. Presently, how about we go on the 4-hour time period? I figure you can really concur with me that beforehand, or entirely talking, this level here has been a significant degree of opposition. It was level of opposition. We got a dismissal towards some site level of opposition here, obstruction. Furthermore, when we broke, it's towards the potential gain. It just was affirmed as our degree of help. Why wonderful dismissal, the very unambiguous region. What's more, at this moment in this zone of obstruction, we really do have a shiny new everyday high term time span level here. Presently, marginally higher. There is likewise a liquidity level on Bitcoin, however in any case, I would in any case agree that this line here, significant degree of opposition is a result of the great term ternary degree of obstruction here. What's more, additionally, likewise on account of our month-to-month volume weighted normal cost, so suppose. See right now it pushed towards the potential gain straightforwardly towards our day-to-day, or perhaps in the event that we are going to as a matter of some importance. See a liquidity rep and afterwards see push towards the potential gain level of protection from no about $23,245 here on the Bitcoin cost. Presently, we should discuss a few markers here, since, in such a case that, for instance, you go with the group calculation on the 2-hour or perhaps on the 4-hour. Right now we are shaping a bullish uniqueness since we are framing a higher low and a lower low on the bid include and on the 4-hourly time period. We likewise have an arrangement for an expected bullish disparity, bullish dissimilarity on the 4-hourly here, it's as yet not affirmed. Be that as it may, assuming we begin bending towards the update, it will be our higher low and a lower low on the bid include, which will be bullish dissimilarity on the group calculation on the 4-hour time period. Presently precisely the same thing is occurring on cash. RSI pointer, and obviously additionally on the MAG marker, lower low on Bitcoin, higher low on MACD, which will be bullish, uniqueness on the 2-hour time span. Lower low, higher, falling short on cash stream, higher low on our RSI pointer, and it seems to be markers right presently are shaping really those bullish divergencies, which obviously it will be bullish Bitcoin sign. Nonetheless, to go with a long or a purchasing position at this moment, as of now, at the present time, where currently certain individuals are going with a purchaser long position, as I would see it. Set your stop regulations with slight more space to breathe, possibly IB. Bitcoin is really going to see a liquidity chart at roughly 22,300 US stars here. Then again, on the off chance that you are as yet standing by right now for an indication of solidarity, that being said, record-setting paces all around, and perhaps acknowledgement over the day-to-day or perhaps bish. The weight on the CBD here. I would in any case set my stop misfortune with some space to breathe here.